What's going on, guys? Cliffy here. Today we travel to a very wet Melbourne to take on Melbourne City, and we've got a few fresh injury concerns that I'm going to just run through with you guys. So we've lost Ben Sigmund for I think about 4 weeks with a torn hamstring, which isn't ideal, you know, because we don't really have, I guess, the defensive resources to really cover that. So I've had to do a wee rejink, I guess you would say, in the back line. We've got Manny Muscat coming in and playing centre-back, which probably is a position that he would be a little bit unfamiliar with, but he has played as a CDM a fair bit of his career, so it's not going to be too much of a concern. So hopefully that can work out for us. So we've got Tom Doyle, who is back from injury, thankfully. So he's playing at left back while Muscat moves into the middle. Bonavacia is almost back as well, which I'm quite happy about because he's been out for a wee while now, and it hasn't made too much of a difference. We have been, I wouldn't say we've been struggling in front of net, but just struggling to make chances. So hopefully when he comes back, we can push McGlinchey back into a deeper role so he can go and be a bit more of that creator rather than that finisher. And hopefully that's going to go and be the rejink that we need this season. But yeah, we're not doing too bad. We're not doing awful. We are still inside the top 6, which means we're obviously doing something right. And yeah, things aren't going too bad. I think they're going to go and fall into place probably sooner rather than later. I guess into some Phoenix news, the Save the Knicks campaign, hashtag Save the Knicks, whatever you want to call it. I think there was actually some good news that came out of the FFA on, I think it was Tuesday possibly. Yeah, I think it was Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday, one of the two. But they actually met, well, the FFA made a statement regarding the Wellington Phoenix. And basically it was discussing why their 10-year exemption was declined. And basically I think all it was just like the revenue side of things, is that they weren't really going and getting much money in. I think that's kind of been changed a little bit now because there has been a huge push and probably a huge boost in membership numbers just to go and obviously try and keep the club alive. And another thing was the possible rebranding of it to go and make it more of a national club, shall we say, rather than just... Oh, it's a good ball to Rodriguez. Ooh, we mucks it up though. Yeah, to make it, I guess, more of not a national side, because obviously it is still a club team, but a club team rather than based just in Wellington, be based around the whole of New Zealand. And me and actually a couple of mates were talking about this, actually probably not too long ago, maybe like 6 months ago, before this whole big debacle came up. And basically it was... You know, why not go? Because, I mean, Wellington, they get the crowds. They get all right crowds, shall we say. You know, 8 to 12,000, as we have discussed in earlier videos. But why not go and spread it around a wee bit? You know, have, I wouldn't say a majority of your games in Wellington, but, you know, have most of your games in Wellington. Take a game down to Dunedin, which they have done in the past and had a lot of success there. Bring a game to Christchurch. Take a couple games to Auckland. You know, and if you do that, it means that more people, I guess, would get behind the club as well. More people would go and buy those memberships if you're not going to game day or just going to one game day. They'll go and fork that out because, I mean, I think in that package, the cheap package, which is $50, I think, you get, I'm pretty sure you get one game day ticket to any game of the season. So, I mean, I think if you did that and spread it around and put a couple of games here, a couple of games there, that a lot more people would go. And a lot more people, I guess, would buy season tickets, would buy memberships, become, I guess, involved in the club. And I think, like, this is kind of similar. I know this is going off track a little bit, but kind of similar, I guess, to the Breakers. And if I don't think if the Breakers had the success that they've had so far, obviously they have won, it's 3 or 4 championships, one of the two. I think it's 3. If they haven't won 3 championships, I don't think the support for them and the love for them would be as great, and you know, a similar kind of, I guess, concept could potentially work. But because they have been such a strong franchise since they have entered the league, there isn't really any need for that. So, but that's definitely something that they can go. I guess the Phoenix boss and the Phoenix hierarchy can look at going and discussing, and potentially going and, I guess, extending their stay in the league. I think a 4-season deal almost is imminent. I think that's going to be guaranteed, which, it is a start. I mean, they could have gone and basically just said, no, we're not renewing your license at all. You're gone from the league. I think, they were looking for a scapegoat, a way out to go and, I guess, get rid of the Phoenix. But I think, with the support that's been shown, and not just from New Zealanders, like there's been a lot of Australians, a lot of people from overseas, a lot of other A-League clubs and former Phoenix players who have obviously gone on to achieve big things, the likes of Marco Rojas, as we go and concede there. What is this? The likes of Marco Rojas, Costa Barbarosas, who won the, what did he win? The Mark Viduka medal for the FFA Cup final. So, I mean, you can't really get much higher than that. So, it's good to have those backing from those former players. Shane Smeltz is another one who's come out and said about it. Obviously, Paul Eiffel, who now has his football academy here I'm pretty sure it's based in Wellington. But, it's really good to see all these people getting in behind the Knicks. And, I mean, it would be nice if we could go and obviously keep the club. That is really what we want to do. We want to save the Knicks. So, progress being made, which is good. I mean, it would be a bit of a concern if nothing was being done and nothing had been said. Then people would have been like, well, do we hit the panic button yet, kind of thing. But I think, progress is being made slowly, which is good. It is good that the progress is being made. The steps are being put into place, I guess, for the club to ensure its survival in the league. And they just got to go and obviously fulfill those requirements, which, I don't think are incredibly hard requirements. I think that they are definitely achievable. They just got to go and obviously get into it. But I'm not quite sure what the membership numbers are. A lot of people have gone and obviously purchased them. We're getting run around here like crazy against City. Been performing so well as well. That's the annoying thing. I think last game we beat Perth 4-1. And we just can't seem to really, as I said, get anything going forward. We've almost gone down 2-0 on 2 separate occasions. I don't know who that was that hit the first shot, but that was an absolute thunderbolt that came off the post. Right, we've got to get our A into G. Big time. It's just not happening. Robert Corrin. Robert Corrin is slow and old. We should be able to chase him down easy. You can't tell me we're missing Siggy that much in the back. Oh my goodness. Was that Tommy Doyle that almost scored an own goal? What was he thinking? At least he put it over the bar. At least he didn't concede it. If he'd had, I would have been very disappointed. Because I don't really have any other options. New Zealand, I must say, like in recent times, New Zealand have pumped out some pretty good left backs. Like when you think about it. Fenton's played there, obviously. He's started off as, more of a winger, more of an attacking player. But he's since dropped back, playing right back now, obviously. But yeah, Tom Doyle, Ian Hogg as well, who I'm not sure where he's playing now. He was playing for Auckland City. Yeah, he was playing for Auckland City a while back, and then obviously he got signed up by the Phoenix, and then I think he possibly even went to Portland in the MLS. But don't quote me on that; it could be wrong. This is why Thomas Sorensen used to play in the BPL, because he's a beast. He's just too good. He's made a lot of good saves. Glenn Moss hasn't really had much to do in this game at all. He missed, obviously, that one opportunity that they had. Oh, Sarpong. Come on, son. Oh, you're my overseas player. You should be doing something for me there. I really need to learn how to do some skill moves. I tried last night and just failed. I just couldn't even do anything. I can't even... Basic ones I can't even do. I can do the ball roll now, which is a start. You got to start somewhere, I guess. But I think it's just sometimes it's just going to make my life a lot easier. What is happening with my career modes? We started off in both of them. I actually said this on Thursday in my Villa career mode. In both of them, we started off so strong and started off with a hiss and a roar, and now we've just come like crashing down to earth. 2 minutes of injury time, probably not enough for us to go and get an equaliser. But man, Michael Zolo's playing for, wow. Melbourne City actually have quite a good team. Michael Zolo, Franjic is playing for them as well. Wow, and another loss. 2 losses in the space of 3 days in both career mode series. That is very disappointing. What isn't disappointing is the progress that the Phoenix hopefully are making in the hashtag Save the Knicks campaign. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please remember to leave a like. If you are new, please do subscribe. Make sure you check out my Facebook and Twitter links that can be found down below in the description. Hope you guys are enjoying your weekend. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. Don Bradman Cricket Batting Career. Make sure you do not miss that.